This is the instruction for the game of airplanes or flight path. Now, this game is meant for 2 to 3 players. The objective of this game is to fly these little planes through inside this area and trying to get these things. They are points. When the plane flies in there and lands partially or wholly on one of these shapes, then the player who lands on it will just get to pick that up and keep it as points. So for example, if this blue plane flies and lands on top of the purple, just like that, then he or she will pick this up and then keep it. And that is, the point is written onto the shape. So that's 1 point right there. Now, setting up this game. At the beginning of the game, each player will choose a plane. Then each player will place their plane onto that line over there, the bottom line of the shape. Like so. So that the front edge of the plane, the front edge right here, touches the edge over here. Both players will put it down like that. You will also need the word mat and distribute the words that the kids are going to read on the number 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to need to stick those points into the play area as illustrated. Now, the key thing is for this game, hold on. So the number 3 must be in this corner, right here. And then you put a number 2 in that corner, and then another number 2 in that corner. Do not worry, I always write the number onto the floor so you know where to stick them. Then for the rest of the points, the 1 points, the purple ones, just distribute them evenly all over the play area. Once you do that, take out all the flying paths. So these are flying paths. This is how the plane can fly. Take it out of the bag and within everyone's reach. And then you're ready to play the game. Now, on each player's turn, they'll be only doing one thing, and that is choosing one of these flight paths. Let's say the player wants to fly this one, because it looks good. Well, that player takes it, reads the number 2, ran. So then that number 2, the number 2 is red, ran. So that player gets to take this piece, puts it in front of the plane, align it like that, and then the plane will move along the path and then end up on the other side like that. Done. Now, then it's the next player's turn. Well, the next player might choose this one, number 2. So then they'll read number 2. Oh, by the way, yes, the number on the flight path is the word number that they need to read. So example, this one's 2. We'll put it on there. 2. And then fly. Boom. 2. And then they read tap, right? Okay, so they'll keep on flying. So from this position, remember, they cannot just pick it up, turn it around, readjust it a little bit. No, wherever they land is, where their plane should be, and it should not be moved by their hand. Now, let's say the player's over here. Let's suppose he flew over here. And then the player picks up this one, the number 2. Well, here we cap, right? Cap. And then the player flies. He puts this in front of the plane and flies along its length. And hey, guess what? The plane landed on the point. So that player will get to pick up this point and then keep it. So that's 1 point, like that, okay? Now, the game, the player can keep on flying and landing on the points and collecting the points. So that corner there will be 3 points, that's 2 points, and that's 2 points. Okay, so they take turns flying, and the game will be over when one of the player reaches 7 points, or all the scores are gone from the play area. Okay, so it's either first to 7 points, or all the points are gone from the play area. Then whoever has the highest score will win. Now, one last thing. Let's say the player flies him or herself into a corner like that. That means they have no choice but to back out. Well, when you back out, you can only use these pieces. They're the shortest one. The 2 red and the 1 yellow. See this? The red ones and the yellow one, those are the only ones that they can use to back up. So let's say they need to back up, right? There's no way to go forward, and you're not allowed to fly out of bounds. Well, in that case, then they can pick one of these. Let's say they pick this one, number 2 on their turn. They read hap. And then their plane will just move back. Boom, like that. And then on their next turn, then they can adjust their flight path and continue onwards to wherever the points are. And that sums up the game of airplane.